Veve Clubhouse discussions are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Yo, what's going on, YouTube, Veve OGs, and my Omi Bromies, and homettes? It's your Bromie, the Gale, back at it again with a Clubhouse recap of sorts video. So, in today's video, well, I don't know if you're aware, but Veve has a Discord, an official Discord, and in that Discord, there are Clubhouse chats, which are basically discussions, and in those discussions, we sometimes are blessed to have the Ecomi team members, such as Reese, the communications manager, Trevor, Dan, and David. So in this discussion, I'm going to talk about a few segments in which Reese and Trevor joined us in the Clubhouse. So basically, yeah, we're gonna, because I know everybody doesn't have access to Discord or has time to listen to the whole the Clubhouse. So I'm gonna break down a few segments and we're gonna talk about that, and that's gonna be the video. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So this might be further down the line, but I know you guys have brought up renting NFTs and owning land. So I'm assuming you can make money off of the activities that goes on that land. Can you guys see somebody possibly making a part-time or full-time income in the Veveverse from activities in the verse?
Yeah, I can personally. Yeah, there's been discussions of, maybe you have just an absolute boss showroom and you charge a gem entry or something for people to come and check it out, or to play your particular games or anything. As scary as it can seem sometimes, like I think we all agree that more and more of our lives are going to move into the digital space, and that will continue to open up new opportunities, whether they're financial or entertainment or whatever that happens to be. As a technology company and sort of at the forefront of this industry, we're really well positioned to be leaders in that space and design in these experiences. Now, as you said, they're down the line. When this isn't going to happen in 2 weeks' time. But yeah, we've talked about being able to rent your collectibles to other people. Maybe there's some digital photo shoots that take place with your DeLorean time machine, or maybe that's the new age rap video. I have no idea, but yeah, the opportunity to generate an income from this is definitely in the future. I think whether that is enough to survive full time, I'm not sure. Maybe that encourages people to spend too much time in the digital world. So we'll cross those bridges when we come to it. But we definitely envision a day that people can generate income using Veve in its current capacity and from the Veveverse. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And I think that's also why creating a space that really feels aspirational and compelling, not just to people who are already invested, but to people who want to get into it, I think is really important, because I mean, the thing that's going to drive that value is if the demand is there. So we have to build something that's compelling enough to make that demand happen. So, which takes time. Like ultimately what that basically asks is build the biggest, most compelling, most detailed version of like a metaverse out there, which inherently means probably the most expensive one and the most time-consuming one to build. But I think that's how you get there, is by delivering something that's really like at the highest quality bar that we can, and a really aspirational space.
So I think that was awesome what Reese said about the renting part. I want to touch on that for a little bit. In a previous video that I made maybe like 3 weeks ago, I was talking about Ritmo and how, let's say somebody wanted to go to Jamaica for a vacation and they really would like to take pictures with Ritmo on the beach, but there's only 1,500 Ritmos ever created. If you have a Ritmo, you could charge that person $5 to $10 to even $50 to have your Ritmo for the weekend or for however long they want. So I think that's an awesome application right there. And there's like 1,000 other scenarios that could be applied to that. But it'll most likely be with the low mints, like maybe 2K and under, maybe 4K even. If we're talking about millions of people on the app, 4,000 is not a lot of mints or collectibles. So yeah, that's one aspect. Here's another scenario. Let's say Veve starts giving us games that we can play with within the app. So let's say there's like a Cartoon Network land where Adventure Time and Powerpuff Girls and Johnny Bravo and Courage the Cowardly Dog, they all are characters that we can choose and avatars, and each one of those characters has like a special ability. So let's say people want to pick the Powerpuff Girls. Well, there's only 4,000 blossoms. There's only 4,000 buttercups, 5,000 blossoms, and there's only 600 bubbles. So in my case, I have a bubble, and I don't think I'm ever going to sell her because I only have one now. And people, like, let's say Bubbles has like this really cool ability, and like I said, there's only 600 people who have her, so I would be able to rent out my Bubbles pretty much darn near every day, depending on the game and its popularity. I could charge $5 if I'm being generous, or I can charge up to $25 or $50 depending on the game and what the game entails. I don't know, I'm just speculating here, but charging people for using characters that they either can't afford or is either sold out, that's another aspect that I think we need to start thinking about. So Reese also talked about charging gems to see your showroom. I've seen a lot of awesome showrooms on Twitter, and when they come out with these upgrades, I can only imagine what these showrooms are going to look like, and I think people will pay gems to come in and see what people have. I think people will stop posting on Twitter because it's like a free show at that point. So they might post like one picture as an advertisement or something, but at some point people are going to be like, yeah, you're going to have to pay me to come see what I got. So that's going to be really cool in the future, and it's going to incentivize people to buy some awesome NFTs. And if Veve can somehow show the mint, like hovering on top of the NFT, or like have the option to show the mint, like a transparent mint or something hovering, or like on the collectible, that's going to be awesome, because there's a lot of people out here with like sub 500 mint collections, and a lot of people have like sub 100 mints, and I think people are going to want to show that off. Like, that's the whole point of collecting, is to show off what you have and to flex on them one time. So that's going to be awesome, charging people to see your showroom. Reese also mentioned charging people to play games in your showroom. So I don't know what kind of games he has in mind or what they have in store for us, whether it's going to be like Pac-Man, regular arcade games, but like miniaturized in our vaults, or is it going to be like customizable games that we can create within our showroom or our piece of land? I don't know, but that's going to be interesting. He mentioned games, so besides the games that they provide for us, I don't know if there's going to be like different sets of games. There's just so much in store that it's very easy to be bullish on this company. I don't know why people are... Actually, I do know why people are doubting, because they haven't done the research. If they know what I know and other people know who has done their due diligence, then they will be snatching up Omi at this low price, and they would be buying these collectibles and holding and not flipping right after the drop, and all of this. I mean, there's so much coming. Now let's talk about the renting of land. That's a huge one. Where do I begin? Like, I don't even know what that could mean. I mean, like, I don't know if we're going to be able to build certain things, like buildings or something, on our land. Like, let's say they did have the Pokemon license, and let's say they allowed us to build like a Pokemon gym. Like, could you be like a Pokemon gym leader on your own land, and like if people come challenge you, and if you lose, like, you got to pay them in Omis or gems or something? That's just one out of 1,000 scenarios I could think of. Let's say there's like a Zoom type room in, like, let's say they create a space where people can just meet up and talk, like me. I guess I'm a YouTuber, right? So let's say if people wanted to come and talk to me in my showroom, then I could charge them like $5, to come, share my time, just to talk to me in the Veveverse. That's another scenario where like a group of YouTubers can get together and be like, hey, we're gonna have a meetup, two gems if you just want to come in and holler at us and just chill. or not even just YouTubers, like celebrities. You never know. That's another application. Let's say like they actually allow you to own like actual land virtually within the world. Like, I'm out of Chicago, so let's say I own a little square in Chicago, and when you visit Chicago, I don't know, if you want to, like, I don't know, it's so many ways to get paid. I think I just don't know. It's hard to pinpoint when we don't have the details. But renting of land, as you know, in the real world is a big deal. So in the virtual world, where the possibilities are almost limitless, it's going to be even a bigger deal. So depending on how they let us buy land, I'm going to try to get as much as I can. Real estate is huge. I'm just going to buy up land. I don't care where it's at. You might get lucky, like McDonald's. If you've seen that McDonald's documentary, you know that they get paid off their location, not the location is a huge part of why McDonald's is the big conglomerate that they are. So land is going to be huge. So now we're going to listen to another interesting segment from that same clubhouse.
When it comes to staking the NFTs as such, within the app, I don't think it's part of the plan. But once we move to immutable and you can move your collectibles outside of the app, which initially will be through the immutable marketplace, I would assume, and then anything else that they become interoperable with, or as more apps move to layer 2. And maybe you guys have a bit more knowledge in this field than I do, but I've definitely heard discussions of being able to use your collectibles as collateral in DeFi, and there's definitely liquidity mining programs that surround the NFTs. It's not so much a staking of the NFT, but if all the resos have a floor value of, let's just ballpark it at 20 grand or something, then you might be able to send that out of Veve across the Ethereum blockchain into another protocol that supports the same ERC 721 standard and lets you, say, borrow against it in Aave or a protocol like that. Now, I don't think those protocols are at that level yet. I don't think the platforms are there, but I do think that is part of the future of the NFT industry. And if we have the best collectibles and the best IP, which we do, I think there's a lot of opportunity there. I might dive into a bit of research this week and see if any of those things are available yet. Anyway, I mean, fundamentally, as a collector within the Veve app, you kind of are staking your collectibles, right? You're holding them, whether you're holding them for enjoyment or holding them for value appreciation or whatever. But you don't want to incentivize people to just never let go of them either if they're holding it from a value standpoint, because then we don't have a market. If the rewards are too high for never selling or doing nothing with your collectibles, there's no secondary market, and that's no fun for anyone. So there'll be a balance there as well.
So that whole segment was kind of interesting to me. I'm not going to pretend and act like I know what the DeFi space is and lending and staking and all that. But I am getting into it with the Flare network and XRP, but as of now, I really don't know what it is. I know it's like you can earn passive income or something like that, or you can like lend against it or something like that. But the point of that, or the takeaway from that, is that we are very early in the NFT space, and when we move to Immutable X and Ethereum, I think it's going to open up a world of possibilities for us. Besides interoperability and everything that comes with moving to Ethereum. So I think what I want to say here is just don't sell yourself short regarding these NFTs. I'm going to hold because I don't know what's going to come. I mean, you can do what you want with yours. I'm just saying what I'm doing with mine. I'm holding mine because I don't want to regret selling too early when I had gold on my hands and I sold it for the price of copper. So yeah, I mean, we're just early. I mean, I can't say it enough. That might as well be my slogan. We're so early. I'll get a shirt made. We are so early. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna end it there. So that's the video, my friends. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. And if you've learned something new and or enjoyed the content, feel free to leave a like for your bromie. It helps out. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys are excited about earning passive income with your NFTs. And do you have any further ideas of what that could mean in the Veveverse besides the ideas that I gave you guys? Yeah. So we are early, and it's going to be a fun ride, I think, going forward. So with all that being said, I am not a financial advisor. Gotta say it. I'm just giving my opinions here. And yeah. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys when I see you. Peace out and hodl. Later.